far. Far from Chicago. So far. Far from Chicago. Well, it's so far. Far from Chicago. Well, it's so far. Far from Chicago. They got the blues in Vienna, so it feels like a little bit of home. Everybody, how's it going out there? This is Danny Chicago on Danny Chicago's Blues Garage on Orange 94.0, the show that turns Radio Orange into Radio Blues. And this is a cold December day, and we have got a band in here. It's actually two guys that play in various formations of their band. The name of the band is the RnR Project, or RnR Project. So I'm just going to introduce them. First we have Vasilis. Vasilis, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Johnny.
Okay,
We're very glad to be here.
Great. Well, it's great to have you here. And we also have Victor. How are you, Victor?
Hi, I'm good, thanks, Johnny. And you?
Good. I'm great. This is good. You guys brought some acoustic guitars, and you are ready to play some acoustic music. So,
Yeah.
But before we start, let me just maybe introduce your project or your concept or whatever you call it. And it's called the R&R Project. And the first thing I thought was it meant rock and roll.
Exactly.
And I'm going to let you, because you were explaining it so well just before, so you explain the R&R Project title.
Well, I have to say that I always love the opportunity to explain it because it was funny actually how we got this idea because I was originally playing hard rock, okay? And, well, I am 22, Victor is 23, and when you go out to the clubs and the bars, because you kind of have to, all the friends are there, so you listen to this music and, well, I'm not criticizing the music, but the quality is not...
So you're criticizing the music. No, it's your personal taste.
I just like something that's been, how would I put it, thought of. Like, I like the lyrics to actually have something to say, not like boom boom.
All right, so music that you're talking of is more dance-oriented.
Yeah, but this is not...
oriented, and it's more about the rhythm and the beat and the feel.
Yeah, and I just think that you also, like, the best thing in music is to marry those both things, like the beat, the rhythm, as you say, the dancey stuff, the rhythmic instruments with the melody, with the melodic instruments, like voice and guitar. Okay. So I think that's where rock and roll was made of. Like, it started from blues and gospel and bluegrass, which was basically solos and melodies from the soul, from the inside, that went to be more catchy, let's say more dancey, from rhythm and blues, Ray Charles, to Chuck Berry playing rock and roll. So that's our goal, is to modernize the old school rock and roll to our ages, so that people our age actually understand the wonderful thing that's called blues and rock and roll, blues and roll.
That's really cool. So you're saying you're carrying the torch of rock and roll and blues and all that to your generation, basically.
Yeah, well, it's every bluesician's, that's how I call them.
Bluesician's
dream, actually, to modernize that.
And when you say modernize it, do you mean to change it or to just reintroduce it?
I would say reintroduce it. I think people are always stuck in and I say stuck, like, I want to mean it in the negative way, because we always just look at the picture, like the image, and we don't just try to see what's in that or behind that. So I think people, those days just want to go dance without actually listening to the music, just feeling the music, but in a body sense way.
A very physical way.
Yeah. It's not only about that. This is also about that, but it's not only about that. I'm just trying to bring soul into music again.
Okay, so bringing the lyrics, the meaning, the essence of the song.
Yeah.
And then mix that
That's
with
what we call them
just
lyrics.
good music, yeah.
Because they're lyric.
Right.
And as Greek, I can say that.
Yeah. Well, as long as we're talking about it,
Yep.
you guys got your guitars and you got some itchy fingers, so
Mhm.
I think this is a good time to just have some fun and
Sure.
play some blues. Yeah.
Sure, okay.
Great.
Would you do the honors?
Sure.
There are things, baby, I can't say to you. There are things, sonny, that I do for you. Sometimes the answer's out of take, but I lose the truth. Smiling, you got me crying, you got me laying down on my knees. Don't deserve this heartless woman dragging me down. No, no, set me free before I go. Yeah, come on, the joy. Song is for the very blue souls out there. Because blues is not fucking dead. No way. Cause everything that speaks from the heart may never die. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm gonna break my chains this time. Don't worry, I'll be found. I'm gonna bring me to the brink. Oh, booze the blues, might just do that trick. You got me going low, I will not fall. You got me looking up. It's time to wake up. Bring it on now, bring it on. Slow down, I'm smiling. Ooh, you got me crying. Oh, you got me laying down on my knees. Don't deserve this heartless woman dragging me down. It's not over yet. Set me free before
was the RnR Project on Danny Chicago's Blues Garage on Orange 94.0, the show that turns Radio Orange into Radio Blues. And we have a man named Mr. Vasilis, but that's his Greek name.
Yeah, true.
He's got his stage name, which is very cool. So you tell me what your stage name
Okay,
is.
it's Billy Rose,
Billy Rose,
which
all right?
is which is basically originated by actually my actual name, because Vasilis and Billy
Okay,
are basically the same name,
okay,
like from Brazilian French, as I told you before.
right.
And Rose is because Iakinthos, like my last name, is actually a type of rose.
Oh,
Yeah.
so...
It's how we call the white rose, the
Okay.
rose of friendship.
Aha.
Yeah.
So Billy Rose.
Yeah.
That's a great name. I
Thank
mean,
you, thank you.
There's somebody else with that last name, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm
something
gonna actually
begins with a
go watch
A.
him.
Are you
He
really?
was amazing with AC/DC.
Oh, really?
I have to say that.
Wow.
Excellent AC/DC. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
And we gotta go. Both. We gotta go.
Yeah,
to
we're
the Guns N'
both gonna
Roses
go to Guns N' Roses. We got already the front of stage tickets.
No way, you
Yeah,
do?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're amazing.
So this is so cool. You guys got all this great energy about such good music, you know?
Thank you.
And
That means a lot.
I have to say, you talked about, feeling the music and
Yeah,
the emotion, and you certainly demonstrated that with your song. I mean,
Thank you.
here you are in a very sterile studio with no audience or
I
anything.
wouldn't call that.
And sometimes it's hard to get a good feeling playing without that energy from the audience. But you had it. I mean, you had.
Well, that's
it there.
interesting. Sorry to interrupt, though.
Yeah, go, please.
It's very interesting about blues that the power actually comes from the soul, as I said before. I mean, soul is going to be the key word now, because it's not like rock and roll, which I also love. It's not coming from the appreciation and the energy of the crowd. It's basically what's inside. You don't care if there are people listening to you, or just you, or anybody, or just, well, God.
Yeah.
Or the night. I mean,
Yeah.
during the night, haven't you felt like, I don't know, you want to be alone? It's not being alone, actually, it's solitude. It's the solitude of the soul.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I love blues, because it's an honest discussion with yourself.
Wow, that's very profound.
Thank you.
That's
Only you and the music.
wow.
Yeah, only you and the music. It's the best.
Nothing
friend.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, just for the sake of argument, don't you think it helps to bring your feelings out when people are responding to it in the sense of a live audience?
Yeah, well, it may have a positive or negative effect, because you're not always sure that, first of all, the people are going to be interested in what you feel or how you feel or what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad thing about our ages, I think. And like, we don't have the patience to see the meaning behind the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like to use symbolisms, for example. And not many people try to, first of all, there are not many people that actually read the lyrics, right? They just listen to them.
Yeah, okay.
So I like to analyze stuff, like I like literature, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, lyrics are very important to you. And we have two songs recorded.
Mhm.
One is called Fool and one is called, don't tell me, Sex Machine.
Yeah.
How could I forget that one?
Yeah.
They got Fool and Sex Machine, and I
Yeah.
remember the Fool one, Anyway, so I think we should play one of those.
Mm-hmm, sure.
And you can decide which one you'd like to
Well,
play first.
I would have to say that, well, I would go with the feeling, because, Fool is written about the feelings you get when you think of someone you cannot be without. This
Okay.
is the feeling of, you're alone, although somebody might be just like 5 meters away. So it's about losing someone that you care about. And sex machine would be like the instinct you bring out to the ones you love.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's
so to speak. Yeah.
yeah, so to speak, it's different feeling every
Yeah,
song. So
yeah.
I would say Fool would be the best for the
Fool would
beginning.
be best. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a very kind of a soulful,
Yeah, exactly. And
emotional kind of song.
may I add that, like, actually, the guitarist of the band is not Victor, is Nikos Zougris, and he's a great guitarist. Like, he plays around 12 years guitar.
Wow.
He's a guitar teacher, and he wanted to start his own stoner band. So right now we're in some kind of a middle phase with RnR project, because actually me and Victor, we're starting also a hard rock band called
Wow.
Snake Bones. It's kind of Motorhead and AC/DC style.
Wow, you have so many influences. I mean, you were talking
Yeah.
about, everybody from, Chuck Berry and Muddy
But
Waters.
isn't
all
that
the way up
actually
to-
the purpose of rock and roll? Like Motorhead.
It is, and it's
God
funny because
bless him.
on your website you list your influences.
Yeah, sure.
Now, if you don't mind, if I could
I
read
don't
it,
mind.
I'm going to read it fast because there's so
Yeah,
many.
okay.
Here we go. Jerry Lee Lewis, B.B. King, Buddy Guy, Muddy Waters, Elvis Presley, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Gary Moore, Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, Albert King, Freddie King, Little Richard, Clash, Rolling Stones, ZZ Top, Jimmy Reed, Louis Armstrong, Ray Charles, Tom Jones, Chuck Berry, Fats Domino. I feel like I'm doing a rap song.
Yeah.
Bill Haley, the Beatles, Leonard, Skinner, AC/DC, Bill Withers, and Tennessee, Burn Ford, Eric Clapton, and Cream. I think that's everybody that's ever recorded. Oh my God. I mean, they're all classics. They've all achieved sainthood in the Church of Rock and Roll. So that's a long list of people that have influenced you. If you had to pick the top three, who would it be?
Top three. Johnny Cash. I love Johnny Cash. I would pick also Motorhead.
Okay.
And, well, for me, the god of rock and roll is actually Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah. He's the truth for me.
Okay.
Sorry
He was
about
like
this is my opinion.
No, that's your
He's-
opinion. He's the sort of the quintessential, the most real rock and roll figure for you.
Yeah, I think
The
that's...
core, the real heart.
and he's misunderstood because of the incidents that happened back then.
Yeah, a couple things happened back then.
He was there.
Yeah,
So-
but everybody's got it. But yeah, it's so interesting to talk to you, but I really want to play this
Yeah,
song.
sure.
But you were saying nobody reads lyrics anymore, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
So, before I play this song, I want you to speak the lyrics, if you can.
Okay, haven't played this
Unless
song
it's really
in a long
is it-
time.
Yeah.
Wait. Actually, do you mind if I sing the song while we're playing it?
You could do that. I just thought it would be
whisper it.
interesting to really, because you were saying lyrics are so important, to just strip it out and hear it just raw without the music. But this is your show. You're in charge. So I'm just going to play this song. And this is called Fool. And here we go.
There were times I've been satisfied. There were others that I lost my mind. Then I met you. Now I understand who this town was lost in vain. I'm a fool for you. I'm a fool for you. I'm a fool for you. I'm a fool. Now you try to open my eyes. Maybe I like it, just being blind. You try to change me to a better man, but I am proud for being bad. I'm a fool for you. I'm a fool for you, baby. I'm a fool, yeah. I'm a fool.
I'm a fool for you, or rather, just fool.
Yeah.
A song written and recorded and by the person sitting to my left, Mr. Billy Rose from the project RnR project, Danny Chicago's Blues Garage on Orange 94.0. We also have, we should say, our other guest here who's been playing some great guitar stuff in the background. His name is Victor. We introduced him earlier, but Victor also has a really cool stage name,
Oh, thanks.
which is
Vicky Dreams.
Vicky Dreams. Okay, Vicky Dreams and Billy Rose. I mean, you guys can't go wrong. I mean, with those names, you're just going to be famous, even if you suck. You know. No, I'm joking. Actually,
We're not going to
you
get
do not
famous.
suck.
Thank you.
All right. So, Victor, where are you from, and what? Or,
Well-
Vicky.
Yeah, actually, I was born in Hungary, in a town 60 kilometers south from Budapest.
Okay.
Well, it was like pretty funny. I moved a lot here and there. I was like here in Austria, Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I ended up here in Vienna like last year. And well, basically,
And then
that's
you met
pretty much it.
Billy,
Yeah, then I met Billy.
Okay, and then you guys said,
And-
From the first time.
Yeah.
and then you just talked about music, and you said, "Hey, let's jam." And the next thing you knew, you were starting a band. Hey, that
Exactly.
rhymed.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. So, Vicky, you're. I have to say this. This is radio, so people can't see what you look like. But I swear, as you were walking towards me outside, as you were getting to the studio, I just saw this top hat and this curly wads of hair sticking out the sides, tall, just a guitar-looking guy. And of course, it was like, whoa, Slash is going to be on my show. I'm sure you get that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Actually, while we were coming here, like we heard that. Like,
Oh, did
hey,
you?
Slash. Actually,
Yeah.
2 times. Right?
2 times, yeah,
It's
at
a
least.
10-minute walk, and it was 2 times.
Yeah, I mean, you could actually just stand on the corner and play and tell people you're Slash and make a lot of money, you know?
Actually, I used to be in a Guns N' Roses tribute band back in Hungary.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, wow. So you guys are, you said you're 20 years old?
22
20
and 23.
22, 23, okay. So, I mean, I know that you are grown, but to me, that's very young, okay?
Well, the younglings of blues, let's
The
say.
younglings, and that's what's cool, because there's so many good blues musicians in Vienna.
Musicians.
Bluesicians, I forgot that. That's, you have a copyright on that word. You should get one, because it's very good. And so anyway, what was I saying? Now I forgot.
That there are many good bluesicians.
Good
in Vienna.
bluesicians, that's what I was saying. And you guys are like sort of on the other side of the curve of bands. You're
Yeah.
sort of at the beginning of your career, or whatever you call it. And that's such a cool energy that you have.
I wouldn't call that a career, I would call it a need.
A need, okay. Well, okay, whatever works.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's obviously your life. It seems like this is who you are.
It's a lifestyle. It's something you need to do, not something you wanna crave as a job. I don't think anybody should see music as a job.
Okay,
Yeah.
shouldn't see music as a job. But let me just, ask then this. Do you think you could actually make a living at being a musician in the style that you're talking about?
That's a very interesting, actually, question. What would you call making a living? Because in our times, making a living means earning money to actually
Pay your rent and...
and everything. Is that the first? The primary thing anybody needs? Why, if that's so, why are there so many depressed people that actually have money? I would say, and because Maslow psychology, Maslow says that the needs should be categorized, and psychological needs as, for example, to be socially appreciated, for example. or to open up, to talk to people, conversation. So any kind of social, psychological needs are actually more important than the biological. Like as long as you have to eat.
Right.
I'm not talking about,
Right,
of
right.
course, starving
Just
doesn't
basic, yeah,
make you
you
happy.
can't exactly
But-
stay alive to do what you
So
want to
I would
do,
say,
but-
I would call making a living the pure balance between those two. As I call music, the pure balance between rhythm and melody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. We have a philosopher here.
Yeah, I'm a blues philosopher.
Not just a
Blues
musician.
philosopher.
We have a bluesosopher. That's what we go. Yeah. Wow. So it's really cool that you have such deep, I mean, and real, visions of how this all fits together.
It all reflects the reality you live, no?
Yeah, yeah. You should be. Well, you're Greek, so maybe you're related to Plato or Sophocles or Socrates, one of those philosophers. Anyway, you're here. You've got these guitars that are dying to be played, and you're dying to sing, and you're tired of listening to me. So, we are going to hear some more live RnR project on Danny Chicago's Blues Garage on Orange 94.0, the show that turns Radio Orange into Radio Blues. And here they are, the RnR project.
Okay, why not do the free one? Let's try that.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. Baby, I told you this thing. I can't be with you. I told you this thing. I can't be with you. I can't be your husband. And you can be my wife. So I go to the next door, asking for a phone. I need somebody to call. But there's no one to figure. 'Cause baby, you are gone. Come on, look at that. Well, there's a thing I gotta tell you. All other things step aside. Oh, misery, I feel now that I don't have you by my side. Mr. Starbone is my real name. Yeah, this is how the story goes. You know you got me wrong, baby. But my heart, oh, my heart is gone. Yeah, yeah. And you've got me running, you've got me crying, you've got me laid down on my knees. Heartless woman, dragging me down. You said it's a live show. That means I can jump every rhythm I want. I can do freestyle. I don't need no rapper telling me how to sing, how to rap.
you done now?
Yeah.
That was so cool because you were just feeling it, and you played the first song, and then I was going to turn up my mic, and we were just going to chit-chat some more, and you said, screw it, man, let's just keep going. You had the feel, it's live, and that's what it's all about, right?
People can all talk to me right now, but I think they would say, hey, we want some music, right?
Yeah,
Like, too much
exactly.
talking.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you're very interesting also. But,
Thank you.
you got the whole thing going on here. Billy Rose is here on Danny Chicago's Blues Garage, along with Vicky Dreams. I forgot to, where did the dreams part come from?
Well, actually, since I can think, I don't know. I wanted to do music, and like today's times, everybody's saying like, you have to get a real job, like doing this or doing that, and you will not make it. And everybody said I'm a dreamer. So
Okay.
actually, that's how it came together.
So Vicky Dreams, that's very cool. Yeah, Vicky Dreams and Billy Rose. Here with my stage name, Danny Chicago. So,
Yeah, that's
wow,
something.
none of us are who we think we are, right?
May I add something?
Go ahead, yep.
To what you said about the story about the dream name.
Okay.
You may say that we are dreamers, but we're not the only ones.
Okay, I've heard that before. That sounds so familiar. You were
That's from
saying
London.
that. Yes, wow. Yeah, but you know what I mean? That's what rock and roll is all about. That's what I think any endeavor is about, whether it's sports, music, whatever. It's the dream, the dreamers that can see themselves not just making it, but fulfilling their musical
Yeah.
ambitions.
And it's always hope.
Yeah.
Like when you see somebody actually achieving a goal, you hope that you can do it or even do more. Like we never thought we would go to the moon, right? And we never did. Actually,
You've been watching too much YouTube.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, nobody thought that we would go to the moon, and we achieved that, and now we're thinking about Mars. So every goal is actually, it's a step further.
Okay.
So that's what music is about. There's no actual borders. And that's what unites people and everything.
Yeah. Well, the thing you say about borders is because your music is influenced by so many different genres, as we said,
Yeah.
rockabilly, blues, rock and roll, jazz,
Even country.
country. So, that's exactly what you're talking about, mixing it all together. So, do you want to play the other recorded song that we brought?
Oh, yeah, Sex Machine.
Sex Machine, yeah.
I think you don't want to say the name.
No, it's so funny. I just drew a blank, and I'm thinking, okay, if someone gave you a choice of saying the word fool or sex machine, and you say fool, you must be a fool, right? Anyway, this is a song called Sex Machine, so that sounds like a very
South rock.
almost rock, disco, kind of soul kind of thing.
Well, originally it would be the genre of South rock, I
Okay.
would say.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because it's based on country and it's a rock version of country, so it's
A rock version of country. And a song called Sex Machine. I probably don't have to ask you what the lyrics of this song mean.
I won't say something. I won't say something deep this time about blues and
Yeah,
soul
I
and
mean,
everything.
unless it's some sort of metaphorical thing. For
There's the
whatever.
inside and the outside. There's one song
Okay.
talking about the inside, and we never should forget the outside too, right?
Okay, well, that's hard to forget.
That's in
the
life.
outside.
Yeah, it's
Anyway, so we're going to play a song called Sex Machine by RnR Project here on Danny Chicago's Blues Garage. Sex Machine.
To the bound, when him I found. Naughty baby found me out. Looking sexy, dancing around. Wanna spank and make you sound. You're a sex machine. You're a sex machine. drive me nuts. Cooking cheap, not flowers. You're a sex machine. You're a sex machine. Drive me crazy, blow my mind. Do it faster, I don't mind. In and out, it's not so loud. Sweat a pass until the sun goes down. You're a sex machine. You're a sex machine. You're a sex machine. You're a sex machine.
That was Sex Machine by the RnR Project here on Danny Chicago's Blues Garage on Orange 94.0. Show that turns Radio Orange into Radio Blues. Sitting here with the RnR Project, Mr. Billy Rose and Mr. Vicky Dreams. And they have been playing some music live here in the studio, and they have been philosophizing about blues and music and telling us their life stories. And they have a lot more to say, and they have a lot more to play. So you know what? I'm just going to turn it over to Billy. And you know what? It's your show. Here's the Billy Rose Show on Orange 94.0. Take it away, Billy.
Thank you, Jenny. And I have to say once again that we're very glad to be here. It's a very nice show, and we're glad for the opportunity. So I just wanted to use this opportunity to tell something to people that think they can't sing. When I was 10 years old, every school has their choir, and no matter the motive, like if you want to hit on a girl, or you just like music, or you like the famous element of music, it doesn't matter. I don't judge about, as long as you play music and you play it well and you bring up your energy to that, I'm just gonna applaud. So the thing is, there was this big famous director of the choir, was French, was very known, and I have a twin brother actually, and he was in the choir, and the guy told me that, you know what, you don't have a stable voice, first of all, so you can never actually sing, you can never do scales, you can never sing. So, and he told me also that, let's say about the ear, that musical ear, you don't listen to the music. So he told me basically that I could never play music in general. And back then when I was 10, I just told him, you know what, I don't care actually who you are. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna invite you to my first concert. I don't care what's your opinion about that. And right now I say I respect the opinion, but I decline it. So I actually managed to do that when I was 15, I think. I sent him an invitation to a gig. It was not a big gig, probably 200 people, just support, but still, I was very proud of what I did. I loved music, and actually I tried singing and playing the guitar by myself, through YouTube and the theory from the Google. If you Google it, you can find everything. I have a thing against teachers too, but that's a big story. And I think that's what you also did, Victor.
Yeah, I also learned guitar the same way, basically, just except for the first 3 months I had a teacher back then. Mm-hmm. It was in the 8th grade of school. Mm-hmm. And I went to switch to the music class because of different reasons. And there, a friend of mine asked me, why don't you start to play guitar? And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do this. And yeah, basically the first 3 months, he taught me the basic chords and how to hold a pick and pretty much the basics. And then when it came to the theory stuff and to really like practicing things, I was like, nah, this is kind of boring. I want to play. Yeah, that's because I'm impatient.
I know that. I know that. People don't know that, but yeah, we're like we're the opposites, and that's why we find a balance in that. He is impatient. I'm patient. He has the dreams. I try to plan them to make them reality. Yeah. So it's
a good balance. You guys balance each other very well.
So the point
musically and in personality and everything else. It's a good it's a good combination.
Yin and yang.
Yeah, well, it shows in the music. And again, I know you have a few other things you want to say, but again, the Billy Rose Show, go for it.
Okay. So just wanted to point out that if you have a dream, just don't listen to anybody. Nobody can judge you because you can do whatever you want, and if you really want it, you're gonna find the time. Excuses are the worst. If you want to do something, if you have hope or dreams, just make it happen. Don't use excuses or other people crashing your dreams. Life is short, so let's
just go for it.
Well, speaking of dreams, just quickly, when is your next gig that people can come and hear the dreams,
Yeah, well, we have two bands, as I said, the hard rock one and the blues and roll one. So blues and roll is RnR project, as we said. It's called, actually, the full name is RnR Project Vienna, so people don't get it wrong, because there are many rock and roll projects, and I admire that.
Okay. Yeah.
I admire that, because there are other people actually trying the same thing.
Yeah.
So we have a same purpose. So, we have one gig booked at Saloon in Donoplex. It's on the 16th of April. We start at 8. Actually, we're gonna start at 8 because we wanna play some country and rockabilly rhythms.
Cool.
And we've been booked. I think it's for Saturday, like 27th of May, for the Donau-Kanaltreiben, the festival.
Great.
Yeah, so that too. And these are the big ones. And, from the short ones, you have to, if you want to be informed of that, you can go to our page, which is the RnR Project Point, bandpagepoint.com. And there you can see all the videos, like from YouTube channel to everything, to the events. And you can also subscribe in our mailing list, so you can have a newsletter every time. Same thing you can do about Snake Bones, which is the hard rock band. And we're playing in Hungary, 27th, 28th of January, at a festival in Donauvaros and in Budapest. What else? Oh, the page is called snakebones.bandpage.com. I would love to, I have my contact info right there, so if anybody wants to talk about music or even jam, we're open to that, right?
Of course.
Like, studio is always open. Okay, now let's go to some rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Let's rock it.
Sure.
Little things, baby, I'll say to you. Little things, honey, I would do for you. Sometimes the answer's out of tape, but at least it's true. Oh, come on. Little things happen every town. Yeah, little things, that's why you never remind. The irony is this is I just couldn't believe, but then I found all those little things. Yeah, understand that how inhuman it is to torture yourself for the sake of this. So little things, baby, all those little things. Come on now, come on. Spoken words you wouldn't believe. Oh yeah, niggas, baby, so unique, so to speak. You will never hear what you never, never leave. Blues and blues, man, just to the tree. Yeah, baby.
Wow. That the energy you guys have. I mean, the energy, the spirit, and just, you know, with and names like Billy Rose and Vicky Dreams.
You
You
like the
got
names,
the
you really
whole
like them.
combination, the whole package is like, wow, great energy. And I think we should just play some more music. We don't have much time
I
left.
just want to take the opportunity and say again that we're really glad to be here, and a big thanks to
Well,
the
thank
studio,
you.
to you.
Seriously, thank you for being here. I have great musicians on this show, and you guys are one of them. But it's so cool to hear it from that young, under
Ground.
under
Underground.
25 sort of generation. Anyway, enough of that. Thank you for being here. I want to say thank you, and everybody out there. The RnR Project Vienna. It's on the internet, and we're just going to go out with some great blues by the RnR Project.
It was the RnR Project. Check us out on site, on website, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also check out Snakebones if you like hard rock. Rolled in from another town. He's I'm gone how to settle down. But a fool and his money soon go separate ways. You found a fool lying in a daze. How, man, what you gonna do? You destroyed all the features that the Lord gave you. It's so good, you're feeling pain, but you ain't got no one else to blame. Evil woman, now you done me wrong. Evil woman, what you gonna do? You destroyed all the virtues that the Lord gave you. It's so good, you're feeling pain, but you better get yourself for the very next trip. Come on, come on.
You've been listening to Danny Chicago's Blues Garage on Orange 94.0. Tune in next time for more good music and good people.